Good evening, welcome to Simon's Trading Channel. Happy Thursday to you. Welcome, welcome. If you've been on this channel before, you'll notice that I don't normally have this crazy surrounding, and yes, I have been experimenting with Loom. So apologies for that, but this is the geometric surround. Quite like it. Although I feel like I'm sort of being pointed at quite aggressively by many people. But that's okay, that's okay. Anyway, yes, here we go. Ready for my daily price action analysis. Getting closer to the end of the week for CME. I'm just going to have a sneaky look at the sneaky weekly candle observation. Yeah, it looks all right. No great shakes, mind you, but it looks all right. And that's what I'm going to do on the weekly. Now, back to Bybit, and this is the daily time frame. And as you can see, it's not a great deal different from yesterday, although it looks like the pullback has started. And if the pullback has indeed, well, no, it has started. Now that it's started, I can make some suggestions of reasonable areas for it to stop pulling back. 60,000 is the big one, but and you can see 60,000 basically lies in between the 0.5 and the 618 of this move up. So I prefer it if it didn't pull back any further than 61. That would look very bullish indeed. And I would not like it at all if Bitcoin starts to get daily candles down into the sort of 58,000 mark, because that wouldn't look good. That wouldn't look good at all. But as I said in yesterday's video, any of those reasonable options, apart from the last one, because that would indeed, as long as Bitcoin then got back above this high, that would indeed give this trend, it's very important, higher low. And I'm sure I was on higher low watch back over here and I discussed that with you. So yeah, seems like I'm on higher low watch again on the daily time frame. So I'll just get rid of all those orange lines and indeed that Fibonacci. And I just want to throw on the retracement for this move down. And as you can see, Bitcoin kind of got up and around the 618. It did break a bit further above, and now it looks like it's heading back down towards the 0.5 somewhere. And so, same thing. That would be a good area for Bitcoin to put in a higher low. So that's fair enough. With regards to the momentum, you can see that the daily did indeed close above the zero line, the MACD, but it will turn back down below 63,000, which Bitcoin is very close to at the moment. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if, well, what would surprise me, let's put it this way, is if there was just a massive rejection and then it retraced down like that, which would probably signify some sort of move like this. And then if Bitcoin did that, well, that's a lot more downside to come. But I don't think that's particularly likely at the moment. I think that's the least likely of the options. And I wonder if it's going to do something more like this. So just take a bit of time and maybe Bitcoin kind of faffs around for a bit before then breaking out. I don't know. But yeah, the obvious support resistance level is 60,000 on all time frames. So do not cross there on a daily time frame, please, Bitcoin. Now, with regards to the lower time frame, so it's at an area So you can, or I could, make this as a suggestion to you, and then you can take this with a pinch of salt. You can do whatever you want with it, but I would be so bold as to suggest that there's a sort of area of support, because Bitcoin is above it here. And so a turn up somewhere, you know, I feel above 60, above, call it 61.5 is the most likely pullback target. But that's, again, just my humble opinion. Can the 4 hour, is a 4 hour painting a different story? 62, 250. Yeah, so yeah, the 4 hours got a significant support resistance level at 62,340, which is these wick highs, that sequence of sideways price action, and then here and here. So that would be even more bullish, to be honest. 62,300 or whatever, turning back up from there, that would be awesome. Yeah, I don't think there's any danger of the 4 hour MACD crossing below the zero line anytime soon, not unless there's a big breakdown from where Bitcoin is at the moment. And so I think you end up with basically with 4 hour momentum to the upside, a pullback in play, and and then a suggestion that the daily momentum is going to continue to the upside, and probably, you know, what would maintain that as a position would likely be some price turning back sort of within about $1,000 of where it is at the moment. That's what I would suggest. And then you'll have daily momentum thoroughly up on the daily, thoroughly up on the 4 hour, and probably turning back up as well. And the weekly continues to be thoroughly up, and 66,000 is its pivot to turn back up. And indeed, it's more or less the same for the 4 hour to turn back up. So I wouldn't say Bitcoin's out of the safe zone until it's printed that higher low. And it'll be truly out in this, did I say out of the safe zone? Out of the danger zone until it's printed the higher low. And I'd like to see it on at least a daily time frame. But I also would go as far to suggest that true salvation occurs mid-60s. So, yeah, well, keep our fingers crossed and hope this uptrend continues. Although it's not technically an uptrend yet. But it's halfway there. It's halfway there. All right, there we are. I hope you've enjoyed the price action analysis and the video and all of the pointy things. And if you have, like and subscribe. Be a cool guy. And if you haven't, don't come back tomorrow, because I'll be doing it again for Friday, and we'll see where CME closes, or is likely to close. Take care. See you tomorrow. Goodbye.